Well, hey guys, thanks for tuning in. How many of you guys are over braids for gnomes and you want another option? Well, I have one. So if you want to know what it is, keep watching. All right, so to make the hair for the gnome, so what you'll need is a dog groom brush. I've been doing yarn already. So you'll need a dog groom brush, a dowel of some sort, chopstick, whatever, just a little piece of wood, it doesn't matter. A pair of scissors, some glue. I'm using gem tack, doesn't matter, you can use E6000. Don't use hot glue, okay? So any kind of like slow cure glue that's not hot. You'll need a paintbrush, and you'll need sometimes a flat iron. So we're going to make two different styles. We're going to make wavy and we're going to make straight gnome hair. So, and the yarn you're going to want is a acrylic, 100% acrylic yarn, and I find that the bigger the yarn is, the better the hair comes out. I've done super thin and I've done this size. I haven't done the real chunky, and I'm gonna try the real chunky, but I'm finding that I like this thickness the best. You will also need something to wind your yarn on. I have an item that I wind my yarn on, but I cannot show it on video because it is copyright protected. But you basically want each piece to be like, if you can get a 6-inch piece of cardboard and wind it, then you'll end up with a 12-inch piece of item. So you want 12 inches on your item. So let me wind mine and I'll pop it off, and then we will continue on. Okay, so wind it 12 times. Mine are just about 13 inches long. You'll also need a piece of wax paper, or you will want something that the glue won't stick to. Okay, so right now I'm using wax paper, but whatever you can come up with to keep it from sticking, the glue, then that's what you're going to want to use. So the next thing you're going to want to do is take 3 strands, just 3 little strands, and you will fold it in half like so. And then you're going to temporarily lock it on to your skewer or your stick. So hold 2 fingers inside the loop. Then you have made basically a triangle. So now stuff the loose in and pull it through. So you've made it a temporary hold. So don't put too many on. If you're going to use a short stick, don't put too many of them on there at one time. Makes it hard to brush. I usually do 2. I probably should get a longer stick, but then I would be brushing longer, so I don't. So fold it in half, put 2 fingers in, put your stick underneath your 2 fingers, grab the loose strands with your other hand and shove it up over the top and grab hold of it and pull it through. It doesn't matter which way they face. This is just temporarily on here. We're making wisps of hair to glue onto the ribbon that will wrap around the girl gnome's head. So what you do is, I'm going to take everything else off of here, so we're just dealing with at least one thing at a time. But I will turn my flat iron on while it's heating up. So then you'll take your dog brush and you are going to brush this yarn. And if it's 100% acrylic, and it really needs to be 100% acrylic, it'll brush out really easily. And the bigger the yarn is, the faster it brushes out. Go figure. Huh. So brush out the first one, and you're gonna lose some. And at this time, I'm saving all this because I might do a, I'm going to do a test and see if I can make this into a beard. So I'm not throwing this away. I'm putting it into a bag. Brush it out all the way as close to the knot as you can. And if you want it wavy, this is where you stop. You will not flat iron this, but we're gonna flat iron this. I will show you what the next step. If you choose not to flat iron and you want this wavy texture on your girl gnome's hair, don't flat iron it. That's it. You're done, and you can move on to the next step. But we're gonna move on to the next step. So let me brush this one out. Reason why I thought of this was because I just don't like it when the girl gnomes have just this yarn as hair. Just didn't care for the look. If you understand. So take off your excess, because it'll make it hard to brush. So I chose to do this. Brush it out as close to that temporary knot as you can. Don't brush out the temporary knot. Just okay. So now you have your two pieces brushed out. And then you're going to take your flat iron, and you're just real quick, good amount of pressure. We're talking, if you don't want to like stutter, you know, when you're pulling it through. And just do it until the hair looks like you want it to. Now, it'll look kind of like hair. It won't look exactly like hair, but here is the brushed one, or the ironed one, and here is the one that's just wavy. And I like both. I've done both in both styles. So you just flat iron. Real quick. You just pull it through real fast. And if you want to make smaller wisps, you can either spread this out thinner or not, or just do 2 or 1 on the stick when you're doing it. And I'm checking to see how well I like that. And again, it's acrylic, so it's gonna get shiny as you do it. Okay, so I like the way those look. I'm gonna turn my iron off, and then what you're gonna do is you're going to take your wax paper or whatever else you're going to use to keep them from sticking on here. So I already have 3 of them that I've done, and these ones I did not flat iron, so these are going to be wavy, and that's what they'll look like once you get the glue on there. So what you do is you take your scissors and your glue and your brush, and then you're gonna hold the hair, and then cut up towards the knot. Can you see how close it is? See, I'm very, very close. So you will cut it off. This piece goes in the trash. I still have one more. Don't worry, it's not going anywhere. So now you have your wisp in your fingers. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay your wisp onto your wax paper. I use wax paper because it's so cheap. You know what I mean? You get a roll of it, and virtually nothing sticks to it. Nothing from my Cricut. I do my permanent vinyl stickers on this thing, and it just nothing sticks to it. So, and if you really wonder, no, this does not stick. I've done a lot. All right, so you're gonna spread it out till it's thin. It's really, I mean, we're talking, even if you want to be able to see in between them, you can. So then you'll open up your glue. I've not tried hot glue, honestly. I'm just not recommending hot glue. So you'll squeeze it out onto your brush. Hold down your wisp, okay? And you're going to brush this way. You're going to brush from the wisp away. And you put a decent amount of pressure because you want the glue to get into all of the fibers, and go real slow. Don't rush this. This will be horrible if you rush through. So now I gotta squeeze a blob of glue out. I forgot to do that. Squeeze a blob of glue, a glob of glue out. I have a hard time saying glob. Don't ask me why. Put your hand down. Real firm, okay? You want to hold down these wisps. And you will brush that glue on there. You want it to penetrate all of the fibers. Also, another reason why I use gem tack is because once it's dry, it's flexible. Because you're going to want to bend this around onto a ribbon or a headband or whatever it is you're going to be putting on your girl gnome. I'm thinking about doing a wig cap for a girl gnome, and then she won't wear a hat at all. She'll just have a head full of hair. So once I get that all dialed in, I'll actually do a tutorial on the wig cap, and then you can have a wig for your little girl gnome, and you don't have to put a hat on her, especially for springtime and summer. You know, well, summer you want to do a cute little summer hat, but in the spring I would love to have my little girl gnome not even have a hat on, just enjoying the sunshine. Okay, so once you get it all the way across, clean off your brush. That gem tack will get your brush hard, and all you got to do is wipe it off. Just wipe it off with a paper towel, and it comes right off, and you're good. All right. So then you are going to wait for this to dry, and then I think I have one already. This one. You'll peel it up. Get all your wisps. You'll peel it up, turn it over the other way. Put a glob of glue in your little pile again. Take your brush and your scissors, and you will paint the other side. Now this time, because it's already for the most part attached, you're only catching the extra little hairs that didn't get caught the first time around, and you'll just go across. I don't have enough glue. I didn't put enough of a glob of glue. Okay. And you just go back across the other side. Ever wanted to make your own hair and your own colors? Maybe you wanted to put multiple colors together. You can do this now. You can make your own wig for your own little girl gnome. All right, so let me get my my finished ones and I will show you what they look like when they're all done. All right, so I have a few here. So I've made some pink ones, and these are really short. These are from this is from the Dollar Tree yarn, so they're not that bad. So I have some pink ones, and then here are some of the golden colored ones that I have. And being that I use the gem tack and it's real thin, see, it's flexible, so then you can run it. See, you can run it like this, and it will literally wrap around my finger. So using gem tack, it makes it very flexible and it's super thin. You can make it so flexible. So that is how you make a wisp for your wig for your gnome. Well, hey guys, wasn't that loads of fun? Now you're not limited to just braids. You now have an option to do anything you want to make gnome hair. So, as a recap, I have brown, and it's not really a dark brown, it's more of a light brown with gray and red highlights. And then I have pink, and then I have black, and then of course you watched me make the golden. So guys, you are not limited now just on the acrylic yarn that you can get. It doesn't really matter on how tight the yarn is actually twisted. The tighter it is, the longer it takes to brush out. So you saw how quick it was for me to brush the golden one. The brown one was actually a very small twist, but again, it's just as long as the golden one. So it really doesn't make a difference. The only difference that you cannot use 100% cotton. I have tried. They come out like this long. Now, if you want a gnome to have super short hair, go for it. You also don't want to really pull and straighten it with a straightener because the cotton just burns and it doesn't really become shiny and straight. So now you guys know how to make your own wisps, to make your own wig. So on my next tutorial that I'm going to be doing, I'm actually going to be applying these hairs to another gnome, and we're going to learn how to curl this hair. So guys, if you made it this far, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and guys, hit that notification bell, because then you'll get notified on my next tutorial where we're going to use this hair. So guys, until next time, bye!